The number of adults reporting symptoms of an anxiety disorder have tripled since this time last year because of the coronavirus. That's according to the CDC. Ashar Qureshi talked with experts about the best ways to manage those symptoms.
Technology has done a lot to keep people connected via video conferencing or by text, but being physically detached is wearing on some.
One thing I've noticed with a lot of my clients is that initially they were not physically moving towards other people, but like emotionally, they were reaching out to friends and family. They were doing a lot of video calls, scheduling things. And I think people have gotten a little burnt out from that.
Dr. Kathleen Smith is a therapist and author of the book, Everything Isn't Terrible. Conquer your insecurities, interrupt your anxiety, and finally calm down.
There's flavors of the anxiety or the loss right now, right? And I think for some people it could be anger, but I think people are starting to experience sort of more of a malaise or a depression now, as opposed to just being a little bit anxious and jumpy, right? Where we're kind of settling into this funk.
The latest results from the Census Bureau indicate an alarming increase in the psychological toll the pandemic has taken on Americans. 1/3 of the 42,000 surveyed are now showing signs of clinical anxiety, depression, or both. That perpetual anxiety, says Smith, can result in understandable irritability.
The more anxious we are, the more we tend to pick fights or engage in conflict because we're not focused on ourselves, we're focused on everyone else and how they might put us at risk, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong.
Another important thing to realize is that you're not just working from home, you're at home during a global health emergency trying to get work done.
How important is it to sort of acknowledge that you can't set normal expectations for yourself in this time?
Yeah, well, I think that's another feature of anxiety, right? The more anxious we are, the harder it is to be realistic and objective about what we can and can't accomplish in a day.
To help cope, Smith recommends writing down 2 or 3 questions you want to ask yourself each day.
Like, how do I want to manage my anxiety today? Or how do I want to strengthen my relationships today? Just think questions that you can kind of turn to that are written down that help you do good thinking.
Smith says it's important to recognize the anxiety and face it head on.
We have anxiety for a reason. It's built in. It helps us deal with crises and with threats, but sometimes it gets in the way. And so I think being able to kind of laugh at it sometimes, recognize that it's part of our biology, it's part of our DNA, helps you kind of steer around it when you need to.
I'm Ashar Qureshi reporting.